Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Indy, I'm an IRS enroll agent, and today we're going to be covering some of the most overrated tax strategies that small business owners keep hearing about. And also we're going to cover some underrated options that actually produce bigger tax savings, from the home office deduction to retirement plans to strategies that you probably never even considered. I'll show you some of the best strategies in the tax code, and at the end, you know exactly which deduction best fits your situation, without crossing any IRS red line. This isn't any hype or tricks, this is planning that you can simply rely on every single year. A lot of small business owners get caught up on what sounds exciting instead of what actually puts money back in their pocket. You might have already seen a bunch of endless social media posts promising the biggest tax secret. The question is, which strategy really matters? Which one is not going to eat up your time without giving you much in return? The truth is, some of the most shared tips online make great headlines, but not great results. Now let's take for example the car write-off. You probably heard of people bragging about buying a huge SUV or a truck that weigh more than 6,000 pounds and write off the whole purchase as business expense. On the surface, this sounds like a slam dunk. Drive away in an expensive new car while dropping your taxable income. Yeah, it's appealing, but here's a catch that often gets skipped. It has to be used for business more than 50% of the time. And the IRS doesn't like fuzzy math. So if you can't document the mileage, the trips, or business use, the big deduction can unravel fast. Not only does it open you to an audit, but if your record doesn't add up, you can lose deduction and have to pay penalties on top of it. For many business owners, that supposed free tax car write-off can end up costing them more in the long run than if they would have just bought the car outright without trying to use it as a strategy. The standard deduction is another example where people stick to the easy choice, thinking it's the safest route. They're alright, it is the safest one, but often you lose a lot of money on your table. Here's an example. If you own a home or property tax, especially if you contribute to charitable cause, there's a good chance that itemizing could add thousands of dollars in deduction above the standard deduction amount. But since the standard deduction looks simple and straightforward, a lot of business owners just default to it automatically. And on the flip side, they end up paying more in taxes because they never compared the two options. Now let's take a look at another strategy that don't get as much attention, and it's the home office deduction. A lot of people shy away from it because they assume that claiming part of a home for a business is an automatic red flag, but in reality, if you're consistent and your office is exclusively for work, it can be the most powerful deduction available. The IRS can give you two ways to calculate it: the simplified version and the standard method. Here's where it gets interesting. Many people only use a simplified route, and it caps out at 1,500. What they don't realize is that running the numbers with the regular method can reveal a deduction that are 2 to 3 times higher. The smartest tax strategies aren't the one that gets the most attention online. They're the ones that fit your business and actually lower your taxable income. Instead of focusing on popular shortcuts, focus on a deduction and plan that generally apply to you and your business. Each year, make it a habit to compare the simplified method and the full method deduction for your home office. And make sure you review the itemized deduction and the standard deduction and find what works best for your business. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. If you need help with bookkeeping and structuring and organization for your business, click the link below for a free consultation. And also, if you need tax preparation, my team could definitely take a look into that for you and help you as well. So thank you for tuning in, and see you next time.